What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Diamond Owl Studios. It's your boy, Paper Chase, aka Art the Clown, aka Yo Daddy. And today, I'm with this little rat.
I'm not a rat, dude. I'm the big bad wolf, baby. That's right. Put some respect on the name. And I'm taking over for Diamond Don Juan today. And today, I'm actually very excited about this. I've been wanting to do a reaction to Bo Burnham for a long time. What do you know about Bo? Rochambeau.
I actually have never seen this before. God damn it. A while back, I had this friend who absolutely loved Bo Burnham.
Okay.
And this was back when I was... I mean, it had to have been forever ago, man. Before COVID, so it was before this.
Gotcha.
And I remember, like, he showed me probably a couple times when I was, like, wasted drunk. So I don't remember it. I remember laughing and thinking it was funny, but I never revisited his material, so I'm really excited to...
I almost feel kind of weird about this because, like, as a standalone, I know this is, like, you're going to enjoy it, but, like, I'm not BSing when I say that this special that this comes from, I think it's Inside Out. When I watched that, it literally blew my mind because it was during COVID.
It was shot in his house, right?
It was shot in his house. I think he kind of went like a little schizo, just like, you know, he was listening to it all and was like, hey, I'm not leaving the house, and like wanted to have like a creative, you know, outlet. And so it's just, I mean, it's a journey through a person's mind and inner turmoil is the way that I take it. I mean, I don't want to, like, you know, put too much into this particular piece, but as a whole, it's like at some point we have to like sit down
and watch the whole thing.
I
would absolutely love that. Let's start out with this, get a little teaser.
Yeah.
And then we can definitely in the future sit down and react to the whole thing. Would love that.
Yeah, because it kind of blew my mind with what's possible as far as just like human imagination. Like, what is a stand-up special even? Where's the line between like a one-man show and like, you know, a therapy session?
Well, with that being said, I'll let myself
yeah.
be the judge of it. But I mean, I kind of assumed,
I'm going to judge for you.
Well, I kind of assumed opening this up. Well, I was going to ask you a question, and then I said I'll let myself, you know, kind of decide what I think. But I assumed when we pulled this up, it was going to be like pure comedy. And I'm assuming, you know, obviously this was written during COVID. There's probably a lot of elements to some real life shit in it. So let's get into it, man. I'm excited to see what it is.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. We've got mountains of content, some better, some worse. If none of it's of interest to you, you'd be the first. Welcome to the internet. Come and take a seat. Would you like to see the news or any famous women's feet? There's no need to panic. This isn't a test. Just nod or shake your head and we'll do the rest. Welcome to the internet. What would you prefer? Would you like to fight for civil rights or tweet a racial slur? Be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. We got a million different ways to engage. Welcome to the internet. Put your cares aside. Here's a tip for straining pasta. Here's a 9-year-old who died. We got movies and doctors and fantasies.
Bro, this is my Twitter feed. Like, it's like literally this is my Twitter feed. I open it up. I don't know what new horror I'm going to be subjected to every day. Sometimes it's something hilarious. Sometimes it's something terrible.
Right.
Sometimes it's something informative.
And what's crazy, when did this come out? Like the end of 2020? Or?
I think it was like 2020, 2021. I'd have to look. It's been a while.
Because it's just crazy how it's progressed even more since then. You know, like even it's crazy when you look back, like at that time, it's like, oh, content was huge and people kind of were like weary of like how much, you know, the internet was controlling their, you know, doom scrolling in daily life. Now it's like ×5, which is even scarier.
Yes, absolutely. It's like a total addiction.
Welcome to the internet. Put your cares aside. Here's a tip for straining pasta. Here's a 9-year-old who died. We got movies and doctors and fantasy sports and a bunch of colored pencil drawings of all the different characters in Harry Potter fucking each other. Welcome to the internet. Hold on to your socks, cause a random guy just kindly sent you photos of his cock. They are grainy and off-putting. He just sent you more. Don't don't act surprised, you know you like it, you whore. See a man beheaded, get offended, see a shrink. Show us pictures of your children, tell us every thought you think. Start a rumor, buy a broomer, send a death threat to a boomer, or DM a girl and groomer, do a zoomer, find a tumor in your here's a healthy breakfast option. You should kill your mom. Here's why women never fuck you. Here's how you can build a bomb. Which Power Ranger are you? Take this quirky quiz. Obama sent the immigrants to vaccinate your kids. Could I interest you in everything, all of the time? A little bit of everything, all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time. Could I interest you in everything, all of the time? A little bit of everything, all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time.
That's so crazy. Apathy's a tragedy, boredom's a crime. Can I interest you in everything all of the time? That's
It's
just
bars.
It's
fucking
bars. It's such an introspective way to look at the internet. You know, like it's become so ingrained in our lives and in society. We don't really think about just how fucking ridiculous it is to have just this thing in front of you, your phone or whatever it is, where you can just access freaking anything and everything all at once. It's kind of disturbing.
I mean, it's super disturbing. And it's like, okay, this is kind of a tangent, but back in the day, they used to have these things. It's like the Black Mirror. Like you've probably heard of like that show,
yeah.
The Black Mirror, but it comes from like this occult idea of having this polished black mirror that you would look into to be able to see the future and to be able to get information or be able to see what was going on in another part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of creepy because there's been this idea of this like device that you could look into and get this like knowledge, hidden information from, in this like occult world that people would like, put all their like time into like this practice. And it's like, that's kind of what it is. I mean, it's like literally, a black mirror that we look at and it's just like,
well, it's crazy, like too, like even with the introduction of ChatGPT in the past, like a year, I was thinking about it, like a year ago, I wasn't using ChatGPT.
Nope. Now
And
everybody is.
Within this now, it's like so ingrained into my life. Like I literally wake up in the morning and I'm like, all right, what's my workout for today?
Mm-hmm.
And it has it logged down.
Yep.
And it's crazy that like this was before even that, and how just much worse it's getting and worse it's getting. And I think this was kind of like a warning from him.
Yeah, and there's so many layers to this. This is what I love about this is like, okay, you have his writing, which is amazing. You have his musical. It's like almost like circus music.
Mm-hmm. And
you know
it's
what I mean?
speeding up as it gets more intense. With
the intensity of it. And then like, that's the other thing that is crazy to me about this whole special is that like, he's locked up in this place by himself and he's just ordering stuff from Amazon, lights and cameras and, all of this. And just like hooking it up in his house. And like, I know how hard that is having done this myself, like figuring out like the studio and then like that image where the different angles where he's like sitting there, he's playing and it's like this angle and then he's looking here and then he's looking behind him and just like the sheer amount of thought that had to go into like, okay, I need to set the camera here, I need to, sing the song. I need to be staring at the camera here, talking to you. And then I need to look at a camera, B and then camera C. And just like, there is so much thought that goes into every aspect of this. That's why it's so mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Tangent over. I'm going to rewind it just a hair.
Boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time. It wasn't always like this. Not very long ago, just before your time, right before the towers fell, circa 99. This was catalogs, travel blogs, a chat room or two. We set our sights and spent our nights waiting for you, insatiable you. Mommy let you use her iPad. Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. Could I interest you in everything all of the time? Little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything and anything and everything and anything and everything and all of the time.
All right.
Wow. So, okay, my opinion, because I came into this and at the beginning of the video,
Yeah.
I said I was assuming this is going to be funny, and then you kind of explained to me, how it's kind of crazy to see in the inside of his mind, and kind of, yeah, I mean, there was some funny elements to it,
Yeah.
definitely, but I do not think, and everybody told me that this was like a comedy thing. I don't think that this was even meant to be like funny. Like there was laughable moments in it, but it was like super introspective, deep, and almost like concerning, I mean, I expected to be like that for it to be all comedy. It was,
Yeah.
it was way better than I thought it was going to be though.
No, I mean, that's the thing. That's where I was saying that, watching it in its totality, like I almost feel like it's sacrilegious to just like watch the clips in and of themselves. Like I think you're still going to get, a lot out of it, but just watching it like, in whole from start to finish and seeing like these different like, things that he's going through and like the little transitions that tie it together. I mean, you're really looking at somebody that's going, I don't even know if I want to like say too much, you know what I mean? Because again, I think you're making a super valid point in the sense of like, you're taking this as like, this isn't necessarily like so much comedy as it is social commentary. And so we're like, where's the line? Where's the line between social commentary, comedy, music, performance? Like, and even that part where he's like laughing, he's like, ha 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 ha. I mean, like he is putting so much of himself into it. If you want to call that acting or performance, like, what is it even that you call that? And it's like, what he is doing here to me with the whole special and all the individual parts of it is just something that's like in a league of its own. To me, like I say, it's literally a masterpiece is my take on it.
Okay. I really want to watch the whole thing
Like,
now.
and I wasn't like a Bo Burnham fan necessarily going into it. Some people got mad because Black Pegasus and I did a reaction to Bo Burnham, like a Kanye like rant that he did. And they were like pissed. They were like furious in the comments because, I'm joking around doing my thing. And they're like, how could you? Like, he stopped doing comedy for like 3 years after this because he had social anxiety. And I'm like, I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, hey, he's literally sharing like his like emotional turmoil and putting it out there in this very vulnerable way. And I'm like, hey, I didn't know. I see one clip, see this guy spazzing. I make a comment and I'm like, okay. But I also understand where people are coming from because they're, just saying that, hey, he's being very vulnerable with his performance, with his comedy, with, again, it's like, I don't know what you want to call it. I would just say, it's art. He's making art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, and I can totally understand too, like what you're saying, like you said he was kind of like losing his mind. You could see into it through him stuck in the house. And dude, I don't know, like if you remember COVID super well, like I have very, very strong memories of COVID because it was when my daughter was, not even 1.
Yeah.
She was still, a baby. And it was like, there was so much going on in my life. And I remember that like COVID really messed a lot of people up, and it was a crazy, crazy, crazy time. And I can't even imagine doing something like putting your all into like a project like this.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not like the same person. Like COVID changed something in me.
Me too.
Like there was a version of me that was more lighthearted, that was more like goofy, that, I felt a shift. I saw like things come out in human nature. I saw things come out with what the government was willing to do, what people were, willing to, allow to happen to them, how divided we were, no matter how, you know, you looked at it regardless of what side, it's just like, it felt like something fundamentally shifted in me. And I'm trying to get back to that old version of me that was more lighthearted and carefree. And like, you know, I'm not letting go of that piece of me, but I can't sit here and say that I'm like the same person that I was. Like something shifted. It was, you know,
100% same, man. And I feel like it's just, in
it
general,
hasn't been the same. It's been, everything's been turned up. The political discourse, the division, like it was a different world. Like I don't feel that it's the same. I feel like and it's not better. It's like everything is like been turned up with, you know, the fighting, the, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna sound cheesy, but I feel like literally there was like a dark cloud that like came over and never went away after it. Because I know a lot of people. I mean, I know like depression rates skyrocketed, and was that from isolation?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's there's a lot that has changed since then. But I mean, yeah, I really want to watch this in its entirety because I feel like it's gonna be absolutely great. How long is it?
I think it's like 45 minutes or an hour. I mean,
yeah,
you know, the thing is we could break it up into individual segments and release them as like parts, but you know, I really think it's worth watching in its whole, like I said, because like I just am so impressed by like what he did musically, like just his ability to like play and like compose music is just like phenomenal. His writing is just on another level. There's elements of comedy in it that are, you know, to me just like, you know, hysterical, but then there's the social commentary. And then again, like the personal, like the willingness to like share that emotional like turmoil and vulnerability that's like all mixed into one. And again, it's like looking at different things and being like, what is this? Like, you know, okay, is it a stand-up special? And I don't even need to put it in the box. It's more to give him credit for doing something that I've never seen before. And one of the most impressive things is just like, you know, being like having the vision to be like, okay, I'm going to order these lights and use them to set the scene, you know, and transform his apartment into this, you know, stage. So it's just like the whole thing to me was mind blowing, like all the different elements. So, you know.
Well, if you guys want us to watch the full thing in its entirety and do a reaction to it, make sure you guys comment down below. Give us some feedback. Maybe if this reaches 1,000 likes, we'll do it.
There you go. There's a goal.
There's a
goal. You know what I mean? Don't let us down. Don't let Bo down. We need this. We need the likes.
And you know, I have a special. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. Never gonna say that. But thank you guys so much for watching, man.
What was your special request? You dirty dog.
No, it wasn't a special request. I was gonna say that I have somebody very close in my life named Bo. So
oh, gotcha.
Very, very close.
Bo.
But thank you guys so much for watching, man. Drop a like if you want to show some support and get us to do the full reaction. And if you want to join us on our journey, make sure you guys subscribe, baby. Subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace.